Good morning, everyone. Myself is Leela Sravanthi, working as a system professor in IT department in MLR IDM. Okay. Yesterday we have discussed about the introduction to the PHP. Then now, continuation of that PHP. Just we will discuss about the constants, how constants will be used in the PHPs. Okay. Then coming to the PHP constants. Constants. Constants are like the variables, except once they are not defined or they cannot be changed. That is calling as the constants, or it is a undefined values. Then the constants can be a identifier of a simple value that can be given in the format of a value or the name. Okay, during the PHP script, whatever we are writing. Okay, the valid constant name can be written in the format of a letter or underscore. Okay, then this is a constant. How the constant PHP constants can be created by using of the define function. Okay, define function. Then what is the syntax of this define? Define name, value, and the case insensitive. In this format, the constant can be created. Then here, while coming to define function, there is a parameters. First one is the name. Name will be specifying of a constant for the constant value. The next is the value. It specifies the value of the constant. Name is the name of the constant. Value is the value of the constant. Case insensitive. This case insensitive, whether the constant name will be in the format of a case insensitive or else it is a default is false condition. In this format, the creating of a PHP constant can be created by using of a define function. Then we will go for one simple example regarding this constant. Here already we have discussed that how we are writing of this PHP program. PHP define greeting, welcome to w3schools.com. What is the use of this? We are printing of these values. Echo greeting. Then what is the value we are printing? That is a w3 welcome to the w3schools.com. How we are creating of a case sensitive name value. In this format, the define value and we are writing of a constant name. Okay, in this format, the constant value will be printed. Then coming to the, this is the case sensitive, and next coming to the case insensitive. Here the case insensitive means the value whatever we are printing, just at that one, at the defined function, just we are writing of a true. Okay, by default the false statement can be also taken. If it has been the true, echo greeting, result will be printed. Whatever the defined name, defined constant value name we are giving, just that will be the printed as the result. The next coming to the how the constants are global. Okay, constants are automatically global. Okay, whatever the crossing of this entire script. Okay, automatically global can be used of this entire script, entire PHP program. Okay, inside the function, how it is defined and how the outside the function has been defined. PHP define greeting and value we have taken. Function my test, echo greeting. This my test function will be written. Here, what is the function name? What is the defining of that one? The scripting of the constants, this will be calling as the global statement. That's why this welcome to W3 schools will be the printing of the statement. whatever the function we are writing, for that one, function name, function name, and echo greeting. This echo is used to printing of a data. But when function you are using, this is a open bracket and close bracket will be used. That's why the global values will be printed even if it is defined inside or outside of a function. Okay, in this format, the constants are globally defined. The next is, that is about the constants we are using in the PHP. The next is the PHP arrays. Okay, array. Array is a special variable. It can be holding of more than one value at a time. More than of a values can be stored in format of an array. For example, if you having of a list of items, that may be the names. Okay, that may be the names. In this example, we will go for the car names. There is a car 1. Dollar cars 1 is equal to Volvo. Cars 2 is equal to BMW. Cars 3 is equal to Toyota. Okay, in this format, the array will be defined. Dollar car 1. How many cars we are defined? It will be defined in that format. That is the car 3. We can define as the cars 4 also. Okay, in this format we are able to create. Then how the loop of the cars will be able to store, and how the values we are able to take based on the index number. Referring of a index number, the array will be used to store. Okay, how we are creating an array? Create an array by using of this array function. It is used to create an array. Okay, there are the 3 types of arrays. First one is the indexed array. Indexed array. Arrays are numeric index. The numbers will be given in the format of a index. Then second one is the associative arrays. These arrays with the named keys, name values or the named keys. Then third one is the multi-dimensional arrays. Multi-dimensional arrays is containing one or more arrays. It is having the one or more arrays can be taken. That's why it is calling as a multi-dimensional arrays. Then next, first one we will see about the indexed arrays. There are the 2 ways to create of a index arrays. Index arrays can be assigned automatically. Okay, that starts at 0. Means here, see, for example, here dollar cars array, car names we have written. In this format, one can be defined, or else it is assigned manually. In this format, dollars cars 0, Volvo 1, BMW 2, Toyota. In this format, this 0, 1, 2 will be calling as a indexed arrays. When index arrays is used, it is always starts with 0, or else if I have written of a cars of 0, or else we can write names of 0. We can write in this format. Okay, that is a John. The next, name 1, we can write James. Okay, in this format, these are the indexing arrays can be defined. Okay, this is a example of a index named or index array named. Here the PHP, the cars array Volvo BMW we have represented with an array. But here echo I like cars 1 and cars 2. Here when we are able to printing of this PHP statement, this echo will be used. Echo I like, first one will be printed as the Volvo. Here Volvo. Then here BMW. Then next it is a Toyota. Okay, here I like Volvo, BMW, Toyota. This is calling as the indexed array, but we have declared with the array names. Okay, in this format, the print will be, the result will be here I like Volvo, BMW and the Toyota. These are the array values. Okay, this is a example of a indexed array. The next is the how the length of an array, that is what is the how to get the length of an array by using of this count function. How the count function will be used? It is used to return the length of a array. Length of an array. Here $cars is equal to array of, we have written the car names. Echo count cars. Here what is the output? The count value will be the 3. Volvo, BMW and the Toyota. Means here the count will be the 3 value. Okay, if I have given of a size of another car name, that is a Maruti, then what is the output here? Echo count, the value will be the 4. The result will be the 4 value. In this format, the counting of a values can be considered. This is calling as the length of an array by using of the count function. Here echo count function. Then next is the how the loop will be taken by using of this indexed array. How the loop, for example, car array length is equal to count cars. For x is equal to 0, x less than array length x plus plus. Then echo cars. These cars will be by using of this condition. Echo break. Here how much length has been taken? What is the length? That is a 3. 0 is less than 3. Then what is the output we are getting? Then again 0 plus 1. Then 1 will be the less than 3. Then Volvo will be printed. Then next 1 plus 1, 2. Then BMW will be printed. Then next 2 plus 1, 3. Then Toyota will be printed. This echo cars is used to print for this $x. Okay, in this format, the loop by using of the for loop, taking of a array length. Taking of a array length, it will be used to print off that conditions. Okay, in this format, the loop conditions can be taken. Then next is the associative arrays. Associative arrays is used for the named keys. Okay, named keys is assigned to them. Then there are the 2 ways to creating of an associative array. First one is the first we have written of a $age array. Okay, this is a name. This is the name, age of that person. This is the name, age of that person. This is the name, age of that person. Or else we can create in the another format, that is a array. Array of name is equal to age. We can take in this format. Or else we can take in this whatever the age array name, then it we have taking of a values. Okay, this is the how we are creating of a associative arrays. Okay, the next is a PHP. This is a example. How the example age array Peter, Ben, Joe. Okay, echo Peter. This echo is used for the printing. Here echo Peter is $age Peter years old. What is the age of this Peter? 35. Peter is 35 years old. This age of this Peter will be printed. This is the output we are getting for this associative array. Okay, then coming to this one, the loop through associative array. Here loop for each age $x equal to or greater than $x underscore value. Here, what is the value has been taken that should be printed. Echo key. Here, what is the values is able to print? Here, key is a Peter. Okay, value is the 35. Here, what is the loop we are using? For loop. For each loop. For each loop, it will be considered the name and the age. Then again, the break condition. Again, it will be moving to the Ben. A value will be the 37 and the break. Then third one is the Joe and a echo. Value will be the 43. In this format, the associative array will be printed. Then next is the sorting arrays. Okay, there are the sorting functions for arrays. What do you mean by the sorting? What is the use of the sorting? The sorting is the process of arranging data into a specific order to make searching and processing more efficient. Okay, arranging data into specific order. In this one, these are the different functions of arrays. First is the sort array in ascending order. R sort is used for the descending order. A sort, associative array in ascending order. K sort, associative or ascending order according to the key. A sort is the according to the value. K sort is the according to the key. A or sort, associative array in descending order according to the value. Associative arrays in descending order according to the key. Okay, these are the sorting functions can be used. Okay, for example, first we will see for the ascending order sort. This is an example. This ascending order will be printed according to the alphabetical order. Okay, the PHP cars array, Volvo, BMW, Toyota. Sort cars. Okay, C length count cars. For x is equal to 0, $x, C length, x plus plus, echo cars, $x, echo bracket. Here, R sort cars. R sort cars means here cars of x. It will be printed according to the alphabetical. Okay, here echo cars alphabetical. That first we print off BMW, then next Toyota and the Volvo. This C length is equal to count cars. Okay, x is equal to 0 and C length is equal to count of cars. This count of cars will be the 3. And here 0 is less than 3, 1 is less than 3, 2 is less than 3. Okay, in this format, the data will be finded and it will be printed in this format. BMW, Toyota and the Volvo. This is the ascending order. Next is the descending order. Descending order, it is also in the format of an alphabetical order. Okay, same. $x is less than C length. Here R sort. In the previous one, sort we have taken, that is a ascending order. Then next descending order, R sort. C length is equal to count cars. For x is equal to 0, length and x plus plus. Here it is also printed in this as a descending order. That is a Volvo, Toyota and the BMW. In this format, the sorting arrays can be done or sort. Okay, then next is the ascending order by using of this value A sort. Same, A sort means just we are taking of a key value. Okay, age array Peter by using of a according to the value. In the previous one, just we have printed according to the alphabetical order, but this one is according to the value. Based upon the value, it will be printed. First one is the 35, second one is the 37, then next one is the 43. In this format, the values will be printed. Okay. The next is the ascending order according to the key. Here, k sort age. Key is $x, value is $x. Here, the key will be printed as a Ben. The next is the Joe. The next is the Peter. According to the key, this will be calling as the ascending order based upon the key. Okay, the next is the descending order. This descending order is also according to the value. Here, Joe, the next is the Ben, the next is the Peter. The age is equal to array will be taken. A or sort will be calling as the descending order of a sorting array. Okay, associative array. The next, for each $age as $x value. Echo key $x value. Here the key will be the based upon the Ben. The next is the first one is the Joe, second one is the Ben, and third one is the Peter. Okay, in this format the descending order will be printed. Okay, the next is the PHP functions. The next topic is the PHP functions. The real power of PHP comes from these functions. Okay, here user defined functions. User defined functions is a beside of a built-in PHP functions. We create our own functions. The function is a block statement that can be used repeatedly in a program. A function will not execute immediately with a page loads. The function will be executed to a call of function. Okay, this is a user defined function. Then how we are creating of a user defined function in PHP? The declaration starts with the word of function. Syntax is a function name. Okay, function name. The bracket will be open. The code is written in this one and closed bracket. In this format, the function will be declared or create. This is the example of a function. Here, PHP function name. Function name is a write message. The next, echo hello world. Closing of this bracket. Write message. Here, the function name what we are writing, that will be the calling of a function. Write message function. Then result will be the hello world. Okay, to call the function, just we writing of its name. The output is the hello world. Okay, this is an example of a function. How we create a function name and how we executing of a code. In this bracket, the code should be written. That code will be executed. Okay, the next is a function arguments. Function arguments can be passed functions through arguments. It's just like a variable. The arguments are specified in a function name inside the parenthesis. You can add many arguments you want and any number of arguments, but it can be differentiated with the commas in this format. Here, this is the example of a one argument. The function name. Function family name is a function name. Here, this is the argument. Okay, echo, fname, references, break, and closing of that one. This echo will be used to print. Family name, Jani. Family name. Here, the fname will be written and fname will be getting in this format. Jani, Heg, Stale, Kajim, and the Broke. These are the output is able to getting for this arguments. Okay, this function name function is called. Okay, here the fname will be taken as the Jani. Okay, this is an example of a function arguments. Then this is how the function with two arguments. PHP function family name. family name and the year. Okay, with 2 arguments. In the previous one, we have discussed with the 1 argument. Then in this one, just we are discussing with the 2 arguments. Echo, F name, same, burn in year. Then printing of these 2. That is a heck 1975, stale 1978, Kaijim 1983. This is the result by using of this 2 arguments in a function. The function and the function name should be given and the arguments will be passed here. Okay. The next is a default value. How the default value is used in the function. We call the function. Here see, function, function name and argument we have passed. The function name is set height. Okay, without having of a, without arguments. Okay, it taking of a default value as an argument. Echo height is equal to minimum height. Here whatever the height has been taken, that is able to print. But set height, what is the value has been given in this argument, that will be printed. Then remaining whatever the values has been set, that is able to print. By default the value, if we are not able to give the values in that function, then it will be taking of a default value function. Okay, this is a default argument value. The next is a functions returning values. Okay, function can be written a value. Function returning values. To let a function return a value, use the return statement. Here function, function name, 2 arguments or the 2 return values. Function sum $x and the $y. Here z is equal to x plus y. These are the variables. Return z. Then code has been written in this one. Then the echo 5 plus 10. The variable values has been given. Sum 5 plus 10. Then 7 plus 13. 2 plus 4. Here the sum we can write in this format also. Sum bracket open 5 comma 10. Okay. The result will be the 15, 20 and 6. This is how the returning of a values can be done. That is a function return values by using of a return statement. Thank you.